Pulse crops offer us a plant that can fixate atmospheric nitrogen into the soil for the plant to use. So we don't have to apply any nitrogen fertilizer.
They are a unique crop. Growing up, I used to call them the superhero of crops on our farm. As a kid, I didn't understand what nitrogen fixing meant. As I've grown and as I've come back to the farm, I've learned just how powerful they are in replenishing nutrients into the soil rather than taking them out, as the majority of the other crops do.
The production of nitrogen fertilizer is the largest contributor to agricultural greenhouse gases.
So it's an energy-intensive process to create synthetic fertilizer. With the pulse crop, if you can pull nitrogen straight out of the air and right into the soil, it's more of a closed-loop system on the farm.
We're reducing our dependence on synthetic fertilizer, which again is reducing our carbon footprint, which is something that we always strive to do here on the farm.
So pulses have this symbiotic relationship with bacteria, and what happens is when their roots go down, that bacteria is going to infect the plant's roots and colonize it. And the plant's roots produce what are called nodules. And that's basically the home where this bacteria is going to live.
Nodules form on the roots of pulse crops, and in those nodules are a bacteria called rhizobia. Those rhizobia take nitrogen gas, which represents most of the air we breathe, takes that nitrogen gas that's leaked into the soil and converts it to a form that plants can use. Plants cannot use nitrogen gas or we'd never have to fertilize. What they can use is a nitrogen form called ammonium, and that's what the rhizobia convert the nitrogen gas to. Then they take up that ammonium. And pulse crops are unique in that they can do this. Oilseed crops can't, cereal crops can't, but pulse crops can, and therefore you don't have to fertilize them with nitrogen.
And when the plant is done for the year, we've harvested it and the roots are decaying in the soil, that nitrogen that's left over is available for our next crop.